Hello, welcome to episode 4 of season 2 about the movies. Looper, the sci-fi thriller, I guess you could call it, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis as the same character. What's their name? Joe?
Joe.
Joe. So yeah, basically Joe was a looper.
Set in 2044.
So in 2044, who was a guy, basically an assassin who kills people from the future. So he
30 years in the future.
30 years from the future, where time travel has been invented, and they beam back guys from 30 years in the future back to 2044, where loopers will shoot them
and
dispose of the bodies, because apparently it's quite hard to do that in 2074. And so yeah, that's the kind of the deal. And then what happens is, every now and again, a looper will kill himself from the future, and then that's when the loop will be completed. That's why they're called loopers. And they'll just take all the money, and they get gold for that, not silver. They get silver for all the other hits, but gold when they end up killing themselves and they break the loop. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays Joe, and he's got these kind of facial appliances looking more like Bruce Willis, which are kind of creepy, but you know, towards at the same time, kind of really worked. Like his mouth really looked like Bruce Willis.
His nose was exactly the same as well.
And he kind of speaks a bit like him as well, which is really cool.
And they did the eyes well.
Yeah. Now, I don't think we should really go into too much depth about the plot, but just say that it's quite a mind-bending film, but it's really not that complicated once you kind of...
Mind-bending.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because there's telekinesis in the movie.
Yeah, which I didn't know, but that's a really cool part.
I didn't know either.
Let's just say at one point, Joe's character, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the young version, he ends up on a farm, and his future self is in the same time, and they're kind of, you know, there's something going on there, and they're kind of against each other, or like trying to stop each other, and you know, that kind of thing. And he stops at this farm, which is owned by Emily Blunt. Or this farmhouse is an actual farm. And Emily Blunt's character, Sarah, she has a son, a small child, and I have to say the kid who played this child was amazing. Probably
stole the whole show almost.
Yeah, the best child actor I think I've ever seen. He just really, even in like the low-key scenes where he's just talking about stuff or whatever, or responding,
I know.
I thought that's really natural. And then you get to the point where he starts getting angry and stuff, and you really buy it.
This kid is scary.
My chest was like, ooh, God, this is a really like powerful scene, because the kid just was getting it. Like, I'm sure obviously...
I'm getting chills now thinking about it.
He was just fantastic and absolutely amazing, and was, in a way, one of the main characters of the film.
He's going to be big.
Possibly, you never know. If he carries on the way he's going, then definitely. But maybe in 20 years we'll see him in something really good. Yeah, he was just great, and the whole film was just great. I thought it was... People have been picking plot holes in it and stuff, and I just think, again, you know, why bother? You know, for me it all came round, and there was just a really brilliant sequence in the film, which I won't talk about, but it was just fantastic early on in the film.
Some of the scenes were amazing.
It's also a film that is not afraid to take its time. Like, when it gets to the farm, it kind of quiets down a bit. There's not much going on, you know. I mean, there's stuff going on, but it's not really breakneck pace. It slows down for a bit, and then the ending is really cool. Yeah, overall, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a brilliant, brilliant film.
I love both Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I thought they were great. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like... It's like he's getting better and better for every movie he's in. Yeah, he's really like... It's like he's picking up things. Well, I know they are actors, picking up stuff all the way. Yeah. All along the way, but it's like he's just absorbing everything. And it's so impressive to see him put so much into his role, because like I'm following him on Twitter, and it seems like he's just doing so many things that it's almost weird that he has time for the acting, because he's on Twitter and he's doing this hit record thing, and it's like he's putting so much time into that. If I was doing that hit record thing, that would be my whole job, but he's doing the acting as well. And he's done so many movies lately as well. Like, he's really picking it up and everything, and I just know that he's going to be even more massive than he is now in the near future, because he's had so many major roles lately. Yeah. And it's just going to keep going. But in this, like, just the first 10 minutes, and I was sat there and I was like, wow, he's really good. I mean, it must be a lot easier to act when you have a different face on your face.
Yeah, probably gets you into it a lot more.
Yeah, because they say that when you wear costumes and stuff, then it's a lot easier to put yourself into a role. But that kid's getting good.
Yes,
he is. It's hard to believe that he's the guy who played the third Rock from the Sun. The little kid with the long hair, little alien boy.
Yeah.
And now he's there playing against Bruce Willis and playing in Batman. Come on! Seriously. Awesome. Seriously awesome. 10 out of 10. I would give it more if I could. This is one of my absolute favourite movies of the year, of last year, ever. It's on my top something. I don't know what yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't rate it as highly as that, but I still give it a 10 out of 10 because I just couldn't really think of anything I didn't like about the film, and it just, people said, oh, well, it just takes from this and that and this and that. Well,
Shut up! It was original.
It felt original to me, and it, I didn't really think of any other film, although you can certainly look at it and think, oh, well, it's similar to that, but I just don't see the point in that unless it's really obvious, and it wasn't really obvious. It was his own story, it was unique, it wasn't an adaptation of anything, and yeah, I just thought it was fantastic. Great performances, and yeah, awesome.
The whole story was great. The concept, everything was awesome.
Yeah, and it was a great.
Go see it.
It was a great. It was a great representation of the future as well. I mean, it's a film set 30 years in the future, and all that's really different is just like a few things. Like there's a couple of like floating bikes, and even those look like a piece of shit,
Yeah.
And like there's like a phone, which is really probably what phones will be in like in 30 years, just like a little screen, like a see-through screen with lights on them and stuff. It wasn't over the top, and the future you really bought it. It just seemed realistic. Yeah, I really like the blunderbusses they had as well. These big guns that the loopers use, because at close range you can't miss, but at long range that you can't really hit your target. So that which said a lot. But yeah, overall, awesome film.
I can't wait to see it again.
Thanks for watching.